डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Namaskar, welcome back students. In today's session we will take demonstration of graphics and animation. So on screen you can see we want to create application something like this. So you can see a small ball is continuously moving on the screen. So it is a draw using some canvas object and paint using some paint object, and we perform these kind of animation or movement using thread class. So let us try to understand how to draw these kind of shapes and move using thread. So let us quickly go to Android Studio project. So let us first try to understand project structure for these. So on screen you can see we have one main activity file, and inside that we have defined one more class which is bouncing ball. So let us go to activity underscore main file. So here you can see there is a nothing. This XML file is created by default, but now we want to create XML file programmatically or dynamically, and we want to use that file as a content view. So we are not going to use this activity underscore main.xml file at all. So let us try to understand code. But before we understand main activity, let us go to these class. Now these class is defined inside main activity itself. So at the end or after on create, you can define this class. So class is private, that means it can be used inside main activity only, and class name is bouncing ball, and as we have discussed in earlier video session, it extends view class. Next we write down its constructor. So there is no need to write down anything inside constructor, but suppose I want to draw that orange ball, that I have to define inside on draw method. We have also already discussed this on draw method, which takes canvas object as an argument. So these method actually draw orange ball. So first we get height and width for boundaries, because that ball should be moved within boundary only. So for that we require two variable, max x and max y. Max x means maximum coordinate in x direction, and max y means maximum y coordinate in y direction. So these are the variables defined here inside main activity. So these are global variables. I can store max value of x coordinate and max value of y coordinate inside these coordinate. Next I have call draw color method. Inside draw color I write down color dot white. If you remember, the background of our screen was white, so that is specified using canvas dot draw color. Next, to actually fill color inside circle, we create paint object. So this is a local object paint, and I have create instance of paint using new paint. Now I want to set orange color. So I write down paint dot set color. Inside set color, you can directly specify constant like color dot red, color dot white, color dot black, color dot magenta, color dot cyan, etc. But I want to specify orange color, which is not there as a constant. So for that I have written color dot parse color method, and inside that I have to specify hex string for orange color. So as FFA500 is the hexadecimal code for orange color, and using parse color of color method, I have set that color inside paint object. Now next we want to actually draw circle. So I call canvas.draw circle method, and it takes 4 argument as we discussed earlier. First is the center, which is x and y, and r is the radius, and the fill property is specified using paint object. So we specify that the fill color for circle should be orange using paint. So basically these class object draws orange circle at xy location and with radius r on screen. Now what is the initial value of x, y and r? Let us see. So initial value of xy is 50-50. So it draws circle at top left corner. Here radius is 50. So it draws small circle initially at 50, 50 pixel with radius 50 pixel, and remember it draws orange circle. Now actually xy specifies center of ball, dx dy specify increment in x and y direction. Now once that orange ball is drawn on the screen, I want to continuously move that within boundary. So for that I have incremented that value by 5 pixels. So dx and dy should be added to x and y to move that ball. Now initially max x and max y is 0, but immediately after calling on draw or creating object of that class, it is changed to actual width and height of canvas, and radius of ball is 50. Now earlier we have used this timer task inside service to increment counter by 1. Here inside timer task we want to specify that ball should be moved across boundaries, and when boundaries reach it should change its direction. So how to do that? Inside on create, I have created one object of that bouncing ball and set that object as a content view. So remember, here we have not write down activity underscore main.xml, but we have write down content view as a bouncing ball object. Initially it should draw small circle at top left corner with radius 50. Now after that I have created timer task to move ball. Inside run method I have to implement that logic. Initially x and y is 50 and dx dy is 5. X and y change to 55. If it reaches boundary, that means maximum value of x coordinate, or it reaches less than 0, then we should change dx to minus dx. Now remember how it works. Initially our width is small, height is larger, so x and y is continuously incremented, right? But as soon as it reaches right corner, so this condition becomes true. Now dx becomes minus dx, that means dx becomes minus 5. Now it decreases x, so ball changes its direction, and as it reaches bottom this condition becomes true. So now y is changed to minus 5 and again direction is changed. So if it is reaches less than 0, then minus minus becomes plus, so again it becomes positive. So when this condition reaches, dx becomes negative, and when this condition reaches, dx again becomes positive. So using this condition we can change that direction of ball. Now this timer task is run using timer class object. So this is a timer object that you can see on the screen. Here we have declared one timer object. So inside timer I have written timer dot schedule at fixed interval, and what we want to repeat is incrementing x and y or decrementing x and y, and delay is 0, and we want to change this at a interval of 10 milliseconds. So entire code written inside run is repeated at interval of 10 milliseconds. Ball is initially incremented with x and y, and when it reaches right hand corner it changes direction in x coordinate, and when it reaches bottom it changes direction of y. To actually call onDraw method we have to call invalidate method. So inside timer task I write down bb.invalidate. So initially it is on left top corner, but then it is incremented by 5, so it moves towards lower right, and then I call invalidate. So it is draw at new position of x and y. Again it is incremented and draw at new position. So this is repeated every 10 milliseconds and draw at new position. So whatever is earlier there, it should be replaced with new one. So we can feel that ball is actually moving. So this is how it works. So I hope you understand how to draw shapes using canvas. Like draw circle, we have many methods. When you press dot, it should show that there is a draw color, there is a draw path, draw rectangle, then draw arc, draw bitmap, draw circle, draw line, draw lines, draw oval. All these methods you can use to draw various kind of shapes on the screen. Let us try to run this inside phone again. So I am clicking on apply changes. Now on screen you can see when it reaches here it changes direction. So every time it collapses with boundary, it's change x or y direction depending on either x coordinate or y coordinate. So you can see that ball is continuously moving between left top and right bottom. So friends, I hope you enjoy this demonstration. Thank you and happy learning.